Thank you very much for joining us on K24. This is Moments with the Captains. We're on board K24's Action Station. My name is Richard Kagon. We're here just along Thika Road at the campus for KCA University. And joining us in the program is the Vice Chancellor, Professor Noah Midamba. Professor Noah, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Very good.
Yes.
Nice to have you in our Action Station. How does it feel?
It feels rather comfortable sitting in your air-conditioned bus, which I believe is one of the only one of the unique ones in the country. It's a good feeling.
That's what we call innovation.
Thank you.
And I know that really defines KCA, and of course we'll talk about it in just a moment. But where we start off is just a bit of background on the establishment of KCA University.
KCA came to existent in 1989, was established by the ISPA Council. There was a need in the country for accountants, and the British government came in aid of supporting Kenya, and the ISPA Council took that on. And we are very grateful that the founding fathers saw to it that this great university has been established in the country.
What would you say has been KCA's contribution towards the development of the financial services sector in this country?
I would say that over 30% of all accountants in Kenya today graduate from KCA University. And most likely in every sector of our economy, there is a KCA alumni. And therefore, we have had significant impact, particularly in this area of accounting.
How would you describe the evolution of the university? You know, from just a small college, really primarily focused on accounting, and we've seen over time diversification, you know, bringing onto the table other forms of, you know, training. Yes.
My friend, the future of the country, particularly employment opportunities, the industry, is going to be the key sector that will provide workforce opportunity. Government is limited in the number of opportunities it's going to provide. Government is supposed to provide incentive so that we can have a burgeoning industry. KCA will play a major role, first of all coming as a small college, and in 2007 becoming receiving an interim charter as a university. We are on the road to build probably one of the best comprehensive business university in this continent of Africa, and one of the best in the world. Why comprehensive business? The point is there are several universities in Africa today who are doing all kinds of things. For instance, University of Nairobi was supposed to be a leading engineering school, but it's become many faceted out of development of need. Now, we decided that this university in the future will become a comprehensive, best university in the continent, because to provide the backbone to the industry so that we can answer to the workforce need of the country. So the term KCA was a Kenya College of Accountancy. Now, when you mix Kenya College of Accountancy and university become a mouthful, but it is very, very important for everyone to remember that the College of Accountancy is the foundation of the university. So like IBM, which you don't pronounce, the same with KCA University, and I like it. So that's where we are right.
And you just talked about something about the job market, and there's been a concern, you know, just from observation that we're having universities, you know, tertiary institutions churning out these graduates, but when they go into the job market, maybe the kind of training that they were given was not relevant to the needs of the market, which continue to evolve each and every day. So how are you addressing this particular concern?
My friend, you are touching on a very thorny and I think sensitive subject for all of us in higher education or overall education enterprise. we have to be relevant to the need of our country. We have to produce product that will meet the need of the industry and also meet the need of government. I'm proud to tell you this, this morning that 90% of KCA graduates have full-time jobs or they're creating their own jobs. We have a young man, Joe Penda, 22 years old, who has already established a well-developed farm.
At 22?
22 years old. And he's hiring other students from KCA that's going to work for him. Mm-hmm. There are two things that we're doing at KCA, which is unique and different. First of all, we are going to have a very large entrepreneurship program based on what we call experiential learning. What Kenya suffers from is what's called Commonwealth model. And what Commonwealth model is about is lecturing a person to death and examining them, and passing is the goal. What we're doing is creating skills. We're developing and instilling skills among all our students so that they're relevant to the need of, say, banking industry, to the need of government, because government is the largest business we have. And so we have to treat it like Singapore, which is treating government as a business. And so we want type of people that will be relevant to the need of what is happening out there. We're instilling in our student three things. One is our student ought to be able to tell you a lot about your company when you interview them. And secondly, they will be in sync in a very few words, tell you what they know and what they bring to bear. And lastly, they will tell you the vision on how they can take your company to a different level.
Wow, that really differentiates you. And for you to attain this, I presume that you have, in terms of quality, your faculty.
We are very proud, I can tell you this much. Today, we have the second largest number of PhDs in any private university teaching at this university. And these people are relevant. There are two accounting PhD faculty in Kenya as a whole. One is at University of Nairobi, and the other one is here at KCA. We have the first person to get financial engineering, which is the top in that field, and that person is our Dean of School of Management over here. And so we are attracting the best. And now, let me just explain another thing we are doing. As you and I are sitting here, there are many, many highly qualified Kenyans who are overseas. They're in America, they're in Australia, they're in Europe, they're in Canada, elsewhere. KCA is creating a system which will attract a very large number of this diaspora who are overseas in order to come and teach here. I'm a diaspora because I have spent 30 years in America. I'm exposed, I have seen a lot. And what these people are going to do, they will not be physically here because we are now rich information electronic age. So they will be like Professor Bagaka, who's sitting at Cleveland State University in America and supervising a student here. We are proposing a very unique program, by the way, in the continent of Africa, which is a joint PhD program that will be offered by Kabarak University, USIU, and Strathmore University joint with KCA University. The reason is most of our PhD candidates are suffering because they don't have enough people to supervise them. Now we'll bring diaspora into the whole mix so that they can be supervised by Professor Nyamori from Australia, and the students is here in Kenya. And we are also creating a two-tier process. One is what we call grow your own. We have sponsored a very large number of faculty for PhD in relevant field. Some of them we are sending to America, some we are sending to Europe, for that particular training. And then we are infusing very senior faculty that we are selectively hiring from outside. At this point, we have probably one of the tough IT professor that we hire from London. And we went, which challenge against Makerere University, and we attracted this man to come here. So we are very proud.
Retention? I know attracting is one thing, but retention?
Our retention is almost 100% of all the students that come here. And there is no question, because the approach we have taken is also unique and different. Probably this is the only university with enrollment management approach. And what is enrollment management approach? Is treating every single student as an individual and understanding
very personalized.
Very personalized. I mean, from the fellow at the gate, which checks students when they're coming here, to the bathroom that they use. In fact, the first task I did was to clean all the bathrooms so that they reach international standard. When students are here, you can use every bathroom. You don't have to go to student bathroom or faculty bathroom. The point is the student's environment is important. It is how they're going to treat people in the future when they become managers and become leaders. We have created probably one of the largest career planning and placement program. And, you know, we're not there yet because we want every student to learn how to talk, how to communicate across the board. We want every student to be able to express themselves very well. Confidently. We want them to prepare for the job interview, how they dress up and how they come across and all that kind of thing. And so we cannot just send students go out there and look for jobs. We're preparing them, and we're bringing industry along here with us to talk and mentor the students.
The country is going to be entering a new dispensation, just a matter of months. And we're now talking about a devolved system of government. And I don't know what's the strategy for KCA University to take, this learning experience to the various regions around the country.
Okay. I think that is a very good question, my friend. We have had 40 years of independence. And in some ways we have made progress. A number of ways we have missed the opportunity, which we needed to have worked on along. KCA, as a comprehensive business university, has taken this very seriously. We are proposing a community college concept, which is working with our communities in a joint public-private partnership. For instance, the County of Kajiado will provide facility for KCA, and then KCA will go out and provide the opportunities. We'll have our faculty out there. I was down at Loitokito, and when you look at, say, Maasai lifestyle, Maasai men lifestyle, is quickly changing because their love for cow and cattle, and that is, and their pride. So we can adjust their life by creating what's called the cowboy environment, where instead of walking around with cows, now they will mount horses. And then Maasai men and Maasai land can become the biggest ranchers in Kenya that will provide beef for the entire country and beyond to the Middle East and the rest. They will have their lifestyle intact, but they now have adjusted lifestyle. Now, there is another opportunities. Most of our civic groups were not learned people. And the new constitution required that every person be learned one way or another. What we have done is we have met with a number of council leaders, and then we offer them opportunities, civic education, which may mainly coming in not to provide them certificate, but to provide them the leadership skills necessary to take, for instance, the city of Nairobi to the highest level. Almost every councillor at the city hall in Nairobi have taken our class. We have educated almost over 200 civic leaders around the country, from Kisumu, Mombasa, now to Malindi. We are working with JKUAT in this area, but that is the kind of thing that we do. In some cases, you will find a candidate, a student candidate, who does not learn well in the group because of some way or another. We create a single class, a single package to deal with that particular student. And the mayor of Nairobi can testify to that.
So he's a beneficiary?
He's a beneficiary. I told them all to leave their mayoral, their civic duties, and get backpacks, you know, and get in our class and sit on a hard chair and be students. And that is exactly what has happened. Okay. They're very proud.
We're talking about regional integration. I don't know what's in the cards, you know, as regards, you know, expanding across the region.
This university will not be interested in creating physical facility all over, like others have done. We are going big time in distant learning to reach from Mosi to Kampala to Rwanda. We are already been invited by the government of Ethiopia to provide capacity training for them. We are going to do that electronically, and we are also going to do that in cooperation with the government sector. We're providing service in Sudan, Southern Sudan, where we've been for a long time before people went there. We are providing capacity training, as well as we are going to have campus in the northern part of Southern Sudan in the future. And so we are reaching out in the most creative way possible through government, private partnership, or private-private partnership. That's how we're going to reach the East Africa. But this market is important because this will be one of the largest markets in Africa. And we, KCA, will provide the ingredient for that market based on the product that we're producing in this university.
You have traveled extensively. You've worked for close to about 30 years overseas.
Yes.
And when you look at KCA, does it have what it takes to maybe rise to the levels of the Stanfords, the London School of Economics? I mean, the list continues.
Yes. Yes. I have absolutely no doubt. The colleagues I have here are serious. Our board of trustees is serious. Our governing council is very serious. Our chancellor, probably one of the best, I'm very blessed to have. But the colleagues I have, the faculty and staff that we have, I'm the captain, but I have so many leaders that are surrounding me, that are looking forward and that have set this university in a goal to be one of the best in the world. We have joined with Babson University in Massachusetts. Babson is the leading entrepreneurship school in the world, where people like Toyota, like Boeing company, they all graduate from Babson. And we're going to do exactly